come forward.
Thank you, President Moody. Today, I'd like to talk about VACo Education. Advocacy, member services, outreach and communication, and education. Those are the 4 pillars of VACo. And as the world that we live in changes and becomes more complex, we've renewed our focus on education to try to give you the tools that you need to deal with the new issues that you're facing that may not have ever arisen before in your duties. And we're committed to bringing you those programs which we know are tried and true and that people enjoy and that people need, but also adding a series of programs that topically address those issues that you need more information about and you need information about now. So in addition to our regular education programs that you're used to seeing, such as the Supervisors Forum and the Board Chairs Institute, we've added a number of topical seminars on fracking, stormwater management, broadband, conflicts, Freedom of Information Act, and we'll continue to add these sessions as either the staff identifies the needs or you, our members, identify the needs. We're also committed to bringing these to you in varied methods, not always at a meeting in Richmond or a meeting in Bath, but through coming out to your communities, through taking a topic and repeating a session throughout the Commonwealth, through webinars when appropriate. We just recently had an ethics webinar and we had between 300 and 400 people tuned in on that session. So we're very committed to bringing to you those things which you need to make it easier for you to serve your citizens. And I just want to mention today and tomorrow, we have 14 concurrent educational sessions. We have 5 general and special sessions, which I hope you all take advantage of. And I just want to make a note, when we put together our program that you will find in this booklet, we scheduled several sessions with very generous senators and delegates who agreed to come here and speak to you on the areas that they deal with in the General Assembly. And after this program was printed, the General Assembly was called back into the session this afternoon. So what we've done is, for those legislators who could still come to the program, we have flipped their sessions to the morning. And you will find in your packet this blue sheet, which is a revised concurrent session sheet. And so you should go by this when you're trying to determine where to go and what session to go in. And I will tell you that right after this general session, we're going to have 4 very interesting sessions, many of them with legislators as speakers. I would like to highlight a very special program that VACo offers to its members, the Virginia Certified County Supervisors Program, and this pamphlet is also in your packet. And I would like to introduce 2 very special people, the instructors in this program, Dr. Mike Chandler and Dr. Martha Walker, to tell you a little bit more about it.
Thank you, Phyllis. Good morning, everyone. The Virginia Certified County Supervisor Program is 9 years old and has graduated 50 individuals who are serving throughout the Commonwealth. On behalf of Virginia Tech, Virginia Cooperative Extension, Mike Chandler, myself, the Dean of College of Ag, Alan Grant, and the Executive Director of Extension, Ed Jones, thank you for what you do. Thank you for investing in your county, investing in yourself, investing in this Commonwealth. It matters, and we're very grateful. Today, Mike and I are here to offer you a special invitation and to help us spread the word. We want you to join others in gaining a little bit of knowledge, expanding your networks, and becoming involved in some of the resources available to you as a supervisor. Your work is complex. You're handling lots of issues. Are you confident in your knowledge about county planning, budgeting, the role of governance, the role of leadership around the issues in which you have to deal. How do you engage your community? Do you have the skill set to do that? Somebody said, Martha, they make me take a test to get a driver's license, but I got to run for office and didn't have to take any test. We're going to give you a few tests. No, we're not. So if you could do one thing that would really lighten your load and expedite your work just a little bit more, why wouldn't you invest in yourself and in your county to make that happen? I heard one supervisor yesterday tell me that because of the network of these certified supervisors, and there is a network, that their county was able to save $500,000. That's not bad, because of the communication, the understanding, and the ability to ask the right questions. So we're inviting you to invest in yourself and in your county. I want to tell you a very quick story. One Monday morning, the best lumberjack in the county showed up for work with a new company. He was highly energized. He knew he was the best. He had all the right tools, and he could outwork anybody that currently worked for that company, and he did. The next morning he showed up, he did the same thing. Numbers were higher than anybody else. On Wednesday, at the end of the day, his numbers had slipped a little bit, and by Thursday afternoon, he was barely keeping up with any of the other lumberjacks in that company. Friday morning, he went to his supervisor and said, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I've got to quit. I'm running out of time, I don't have any energy, the workload is too much, it's overwhelming me. I don't know what to do. And the supervisor looked at him and said, when's the last time you sharpened your saw?
Thank you, Martha, and thank you, Phyllis, and thank you to VACo for this opportunity to share just a thought or two and provide a little overview regarding the certification program for county supervisors. We also want to recognize those who have participated in the program, our graduates, as well as those who are currently enrolled in the program. Let's begin with that. Please stand if you are enrolled in the program at present or have graduated from the program. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sharpening the saw is essential, is it not? And we do if we want to be a successful lumberjack, or we want to have a nice-looking lawn during the spring, summer, and fall. We have to periodically sharpen the saw. Our presenters this morning, scheduled and unscheduled, no question that Mac made a difference in York County. Absolutely no question. Absolutely no question that Mac was a leader and an educator. An educator because he built the capacity of those around them to do more, to be better, to witness the professional competence, skill necessary to be an effective administrator. Each of you, upon election, received a piece of paper, did you not? Indicating your election to the County Board of Supervisors. That was your certification as an elected official. But does that certification as an elected official guarantee governance? Does it guarantee effective leadership at the local level? Does it ensure success? It does not. It qualifies you to sit on a governing body. And as each of you know, running for office, electioneering, is one thing. Governing is something entirely different. This course of study is designed to assist you in matters associated with governing. Martha touched on the general outline of the program of study. We appreciate greatly the inclusion in your packet of information at this conference, the outline of the 5 courses and some of the books that you are asked to read. Is it a lot of work? Yes, it is. Is it difficult? Sometimes. Is governing a lot of work? Is governing difficult? We hope, as Martha reminds us, that we occasionally will sharpen the saw. before we recognize the graduates from the 2014 class, think a moment about the future. After all, that's where we're going to spend the rest of our lives. Think about the future from the vantage point of your home county and what you want for your tomorrow. The future is not behind a closed door that we open. The future is something that we must create. And creating the future demands that we make choices. Choices which hopefully begin with a clear vision of what it is we wish to achieve. And when we think about governing, we're governing on behalf of our citizens. We are inventing tomorrow today. We're solving the problems faced by the citizens of the community today, but we are also implored and empowered and required to anticipate the future. The course of study, as you review it in your packet, please give strong consideration to, if only attending for a particular course or two. There's nothing that says once you start, you have to stay in the course. But we hope once you start, you will choose to stay in the course. Last night, we honored 5 individuals, and we would ask that they stand again. Jason Bellows from the County of Lancaster, Andy McCready from Pulaski County. We also have with us, I believe, Alexa Fritz, if Alexa is here, from Culpeper County. If not, we again acknowledge Alexa for her accomplishment. Charles Stacy from Tazewell County. Charlie here, very good. And our 5th person, pardon? Roger. Oh yes, Roger Hayden. I was looking for Roger. Roger is in the room. There he is, Patrick County. Thank each of you for not only what you have contributed to the course of study, but also the commitment that the 18 months required. 3 courses a year are offered, and we take a moment now and ask Andy to come forward and tell, maybe share a thought relative to the course of study and the difference it's made for him as an elected official. Thank you.
Good morning. I want to thank the President for allowing us a few minutes to speak. I want to ask each of you to think back just a moment to why you ran for the Board of Supervisors. Why did you run for the Board of Supervisors? Was it a project that you wanted to see completed? Was it a change you wanted to see made in your county? Or was it a calling you felt to contribute to your community? Whatever the reason, to be successful in any job, you must have specialized training. This training is available to you through the VACo Certified Supervisors program. The program covers the key areas that we deal with and what you need to know to be an effective Board of Supervisor member. Topics such as legal, duties, responsibilities, budgeting, leadership, and personal leadership style, better communications, planning, and zoning are all covered. As a business owner with over 30 years of experience, I can say conclusively that this course helped me tremendously. Every supervisor in this room stands on the shifting sands of time. Now, what do I mean by that? We all must deal with our local communities. We must deal with the rule changes that Richmond sends out and the rule changes that Washington sends out. You must have the best tools to deal with these changes. These tools are available in this class. No matter how many years you've been on your board, this class is going to benefit you. All of the members of our class agree that the knowledge and the networking that we received in this class is invaluable. Interestingly enough, most of our freewheeling discussions that we had always turned to schools, school boards, and their insatiable desire for money. So I look forward to the seminar later this morning. All of us recognize that a 4-year term seems to go by in a blink of an eye. Our communities need us to work together effectively and efficiently, and in a fiscally responsible way. These classes will help you meet these goals. I want to close with a quote from a Sean Connery movie. Many of y'all have seen the movie The Untouchables, where Sean Connery and Kevin Costner are fighting Al Capone and the crime wave that was in Chicago. Sean Connery has been shot and is bleeding in his apartment. Kevin Costner comes in and finds him. And Sean is trying to motivate Kevin Costner to go out and take the chances to solve the problem. And he reaches and grabs him by the collar and says, "What are you prepared to do? What are you prepared to do?" So I challenge you, fellow supervisors, that same thought. What are you prepared to do to make your county better? Thank you.
Thank you all for that message. I think it's a good reminder that we all need to sharpen our saws. And for that matter, sometimes we need to upgrade or change the tool we're using. So keep that in mind. Thank you also, Phyllis. There's no doubt that VACo Education is a strong pillar that supports the association.